Boom, this is Kenner, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I've got a bit of Bleach Immortal up today. Alright, so we got a few things to cover, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. First of all, we can finally bring up Dangai, so let's go ahead and open him up. So he's the only one of my team who's at 5. I think 1, 2, 3. No, so we've still got Sazzy's at 5. But everybody else, you know, they're all at 6, except for Dangai and Zazzy. Zazzy will be bringing up. He's a little bit in the future. He's my next focus. As you can see, but we still need a lot of shards for him. We still need 200 for him as well. I can go ahead and bring him up, but Dangai's already my second most, productive in terms of power. As you can see, he's ranked second, and he's only at 5-star. So bringing him up to 6 would definitely be the most wise thing, because that way we get, we could start pumping up his damage reduction skill, which will allow him to survive. And that is noticeable about him. Whenever the back 3 takes a pretty powerful hit, he usually goes, unfortunately, which is obvious because he doesn't have that damage reduction. I mean, 99 damage reduction, because it will be pumping this up to 99 after we upgrade him, after we promote him here. It's going to make him much more powerful. So we do need to do shard exchange. We don't want to do the max. We only need to do, how many do we need to do for him exactly? So 224. Yeah, we're going to need to do all two. We're going to need to do 216. And promote him. So now he's up to 6 stars. So we now have the damage reduction. I got 120 million in gold, so that should be enough to max out this skill. And then once we can get there, get that up, we'll be in good shape. This will make him a little bit more survivable, because as I said, that's been one of the big problems that we've been having him, is he dies a little too quickly, but that's understandable. So now we have a huge amount of damage reduction. Okay, passive reduces damage taken by 11.9, so 12% damage reduction. That should make him, because usually when those big hits come on the back, everybody has about a quarter, a little bit less than a quarter. He's dead, so that should help him be more productive in terms of staying alive a little bit longer. So now we've got 6. Our back is 6, and then next we're going to be focusing on Sassy, and then be focused on some of the others. I'm in the process of bringing Eisen up. He's right here to take that, and then we'll be able to make things a little bit better. I think it'll make the team just a bit stronger. I've decided to not go ahead and pull on this soul box. I'm just going to go ahead and conserve the soul jade for right now. There's really nothing in terms of this event that would be beneficial to me. I don't use either of the characters. Like I said, I used to use Yamamoto a while back, and I might have actually have pulled on it, but to enhance the weapon the second time, it takes 2 of the items. If I already had one of Yamamoto's weapons, I might have actually went ahead and did it to get the second one, and then reintroduced him back into my thing. But I don't. I do have Tensei Zangetsu, which is who I'm waiting for, is Tensei Zangetsu. I have 2 Ichigo Senpakus, but I need 4 of his now because I'm on the 3rd awakening for that. So I just have to wait for that one. But Tensei Zangetsu, and anytime a event comes along where these 2 are in it, one of these 2, I'll definitely be pulling for it, simply because of the fact that I already have a weapon in waiting for them to combine to awaken the skill a second time. So that's where we're going to be in terms of that. I've got 17 and 1 of those, so I should be able to make the second one for those fairly easily. It shouldn't be that much problem. And I've got 30 Dangai, so I'm pretty close to start to making the second one for him as well. but those are the only two that I got. So those are the two that I'm going to be focusing on, and of course both of those are in my team. So that's going to make me a little bit stronger. I'm holding off on the awakenings. I'm just going to go ahead and do it at 10 at a time, and I will definitely do a video when we come out to the 45th, because that's going to be a choice, and we'll take a look at what the choice offers and see which one we want to make a decision on based on that. But you should be able to, if you want to. I've already got most of my main team fully much kitted out as much as I can in terms of wearing actual awakening items. So it's really not that not that big of a deal. Let me see. Here's White Ichigo. He's full. I've got an activated kit on him under each of the actual slots. Okay, so that's a White Tiger. It's got a White Tiger slot on it. It's got so you mix and match. It doesn't cost anything to pull these off. So my assumption is I'll have to get a matching set. I assume that I will need to get all of the same color to actually activate the central. So that's what we're going to be doing in terms of mixing, matching that stuff, and see if we can actually get something that will set up in the set. And also I want to get an actual specific rune. I think that might be what goes slotted in here as well. We'll have to see which of those turns out. But it's a pretty good system. I do like it. They are offering them at a fairly decent pace. It's not a large amount of power increase, but it's a little bit, and every little bit counts, especially when they're running the level size so close to the story dynamic. You really have to have get as much out of it as you can. So I'm not going to go ahead and pull on that one. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and bypass it. Neither of the characters are characters that I'm going to start focusing on this late in the game. Like I said, if I'd already had one of Yamamoto's in this, I would have been able to make 2 and double enhance his weapon. Would have increased his power greatly, and it might have been enough to force him back into the team. But it is, it is what it is at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and hold off on that and just conserve the Soul Jade, so that when we do get a Sazi or Tensei Zangetsu, I'll be able to make a huge pull on them, and we'll be able to get the weapons, and at the same time get some multiple shards, and to make the jump to 7. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do in terms of, do I go for the War Soul first, or do I go to 7 stars first? So what I mean is the shards that you need, because you need specific shards to open up the actual War Soul on them. You need to use shards specific. So I need 15 shards plus 10 Awakened Essence to unlock the War Soul on that. Okay, as you can see, I've already got his first War Soul, the Crimson. I've got that, and I've got that matched out, so I've got a matching type there preference wise, so I'm getting the extra bonus for that, which is in the parentheses there. But to unlock the Volatile, yeah, so that's what that's what some people have been saying, that you should do this first before going to the 7th star. But and then there's also these stuff right here. But this stuff right here, I'm not worried about this, because this might affect him, but it doesn't affect in the actual story mode. So this stuff will be filled in later. Right now, the focus is going to be on promotion, because I've still got a ways to go. It's the 360. It's a lot of shards, which is why some people were saying it's just quicker to go ahead and get the shards that you need to do the War Soul, because it's not a lot of shards. I mean, it's only 15. Okay, so it's not that big a deal. Unfortunately, you have to use the shards for the character. You can't use Omni shards, so that's out of the bag right there in terms of that. So what do you think in the comments? Let me know. Go to 7 stars, or take the War Soul first, and then go to 7 star. Since it's only 15 shards, it'd probably be best bet to just simply do that. I mean, I can get the you'll get the Awakening Essence when the next time I do an event, Soulbox event, I'll get the Awakening Essence. Plus, instead of choosing Omni shards in the next event, I can just choose the Awakening Essence and snatch up the Awakening Essence. It's not that exceedingly difficult to get the Awakening Essence. You can get it from Gacha. as well as the events when they have them up. So it's not something that's too, it's a lot quicker, to get those, because it doesn't take a whole lot. I've been mainly focusing the essence on the characters, and uh, getting all of the, see the little red star down here. This is from Awakening, the second. So as you can see, I'm focusing on getting them all set up in terms of getting everything up to. I want to get them all red, at least red 1, and then start bringing the weapons up to red 2. It takes a lot of essence when you start getting up there to that big jump, but so it goes pretty fast. I wish there was a much easier way to obtain it, but really there's not. Gotcha events, you can get some, and then you get some in the Karakura event inside the shop. You can choose. I normally choose the Omni Shards, which is what I chose last time, because those are the Omni Shards that put me over the top to promote Dangai to 6. But the next one that comes up, probably the Christmas event will be the next big event. I'm assuming there'll be all kinds of gifts. There'll be all kinds of stuff going on for the Christmas event. Probably be able to get a hunk there. So, it just got to see what they're going on. Also, in terms of getting Ichigo's umbrella, that's the main focus. Awakening his item will make him exceedingly stronger in terms of buffing his support skill, which is increasing the damage that the back row dishes out, and that's a very big plus in terms of that. So that get several things that we're working on and several things that we're focusing on, but yeah. So I decided to go ahead and skip this soul box. So but I did the video to do the promotion because I wanted everybody to see that. Because that's what I've been focusing. That's been my main focus for the last 2.5 months, I would say, because just gathering up all the Omni Shards that they needed to do it. Because we don't see, there's so many characters that soul box events for them. They didn't have quite as many soul box events. Actually, over the summer, they were really, really good about popping out the soul box events. We were getting one probably at least once or twice, one a month almost. And then all of a sudden, they just skipped out here. This is the first soul box event that they've had in, I said, about 2 months. So it slowed down a little bit, but they did have the Halloween event and the travel season events, which is about 2 months ago, I think. So they did have events, they just didn't have soul box events. I like the soul box events because that's where you get a weapon. It's really difficult to get UR weapons otherwise, so that's the best place to get them. So that's why I'm holding off on my shards right now, is because when a Sazi or Tentozenketsu soul box comes up, I'll be able to get their second weapon and do double enhancements on those. Right now I've only got double enhancements on Base Ichigo. I still use Base Ichigo at a Karakura event, but don't use him elsewhere, simply because of the fact that the team that I've got is a little bit more, it works out a little bit better because Full Holo Ichigo does more damage, even though his weapon's only awakened once. He just does, so that's why I use him. I wish they would make Base Ichigo a tad bit stronger to keep him in line with the anime. I would like to see the fact where having 2 awakens on him would put him like comparable or just a little bit better than the other characters, because in the anime and in the actual theme, that's what he is. You build him from an R and you build him up to UR, and then you put so that's what but it didn't pan out that way. He's still a little bit below them in terms of damage, which is unfortunate. But we'll have to keep doing that. But I'm going to keep running him up. I'm not going to. I've got 2 of his weapons. Anytime I get shards for an SSR or SR, I use them for him, and that's just the way it goes. When the and I use those last ones that I got inside of the season, the arena season, to actually put against him. So. And that's what I'll continue to do. And the shards I get out of the treasure trial, I'll be using on him as well. So that's where we're at with that. Don't forget about that. We've only got about 4 days on this. I know that's plenty of time, but just make sure you don't let it go away. All right, so yeah, that's all I got. But I'm not gonna go pull in the soul box. Do like the soul box. It's nice that they're seeing Yamamoto. Going back to a V1 character is always welcome. A lot of games don't do that. Once they have a character and they release it, you don't see it ever again. They just start focusing on the newer characters all the time. So it's nice to see them throw up a Yamamoto soul box. And we'll have to see what's next. They haven't been able to source anything yet, but the data miners will come up with something. And we'll get a leak sooner or later indicating. But right now, I'm not going to focus. They're focusing on the Christmas event. So we should be having a video on that sometime within the next 5 or 6 days once we get an idea of what they're going to be doing and how it's going to be run. Probably going to keep it similar to the last two events, which is the travel season and the Halloween event in terms of that type of format. And then they'll just change, the items. It would be nice if they go ahead and do something completely new, but basically it's been the only two types we've seen is the format, which they just used at the Halloween travel season, or the grid format, which is what they used before that. Last Christmas was a grid format. So we'll have to see if they do the same thing. Or if they have a whole new type of format. Since there's not a whole lot of people working on the game, some people keep saying they've only got like 1 or 2 devs working on the game in terms of management. I would not expect anything in terms of new, like in a whole new design for the event. It'll probably just be the same type of format event. And then that way the only thing they have to do is just throw in different graphics and pictures for different characters. Shop will be basically the same, except add pictures for the new characters. I assume this will be your chance to get Orihime or Rukia. If you don't have, both of those are usually available during the Christmas event. So this chance doesn't look to be from within the actual archives. There does not look to be anything in terms of Christmas that they're going. They've still got just those two listed as a Christmas special. Okay. They have not entered a new Christmas special category, and they have not added a block here in terms of for a new character coming out as of yet. Don't think they plan to. Have not heard anything about them possibly going to be having a new character coming out for Christmas at this point. Okay, so we'll have to see. So I assume these will be the two offerings. So it's a chance to get either or. Orihime, Christmas Orihime is the best healer in the game. Okay, and Rukia is a pretty good damage dealer too, her Christmas version. Don't see her much. Do see her often in the higher levels. As you can put her in your support, and she comes off with a good heal, allowing you to usually in cases it's a good heal, very powerful heal off of her rage. It'll bring you up. It'll bring you up a good 50%, and allows you to continue in the fight. So it's definitely something to consider. Just did that, bringing him up. So it looks like we're all taken care of in terms of everything. All right. So yeah, like I said, I'll have a video once I make a determination as to whether or not what we got for the Christmas event and some of the things that they'll be offering, so we can make a decision. Thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you've subscribed, you'll see the bell. Click on the bell. You'll be notified each time I drop a video. So remember to like and share the video, as it does help out the channel immensely. So this is Kenra, coming at you from the corner, signing out.